Yo, what is going on, you guys? It's your boy King Sanders here. We are back with another day of sports betting. This is going to be for Sunday, April 16th slate of NBA action. I'm super excited to dive into it. Of course, we do have some more playoff basketball, and yesterday really did not disappoint. I know that there were a couple games that weren't exactly as fun to watch, but I will say the last two games of the night were absolutely fantastic. Hopefully, we can see some more of that as of today. I'm not sure how I'm feeling about it, but regardless, we'll go ahead and talk about that here in just a minute. Before we go ahead and dive into it, I did just want to go ahead and say that we are still currently on the road to 13,000 subscribers. So if you guys are new, make sure that you guys do go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. Next, I did just want to go ahead and give a quick shout out here to all of our members here on the channel. Thank you guys so much for everything that you guys do, and thank you guys so much for giving such a small channel such a big chance, as I always say. It truly does mean the absolute world to me, so much more than you guys will ever know. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive into a quick recap as of yesterday. Not a great day. Definitely not a great day. We ended up going 1-3 on our plays. 1-2 on our video plays. So definitely not a great day, but let's go ahead and talk about that. So we did end up having our one winner of the day. We did end up having Nicholas Claxton under 23.5 PRAs versus the Philadelphia 76ers. This was a no sweat. He finishes with only 16 PRAs, and he really just could not make a shot. He didn't really get the ball a lot, didn't really have a whole lot of chances to make shots, and he didn't grab a ton of rebounds either. So this one was completely free. So this one ended up working out for us, but unfortunately, that was the only one that I ended up having. We had Brogdon over 17.5 points plus assists. Dude went out there and literally did cardio. He did nothing in this game. And so with that being said, it just ended up losing. It was unfortunate. Then we had Sabonis over 33.5 points plus rebounds, was crushing it in the first half, had 19 points plus rebounds in the first half, and doesn't get there. And it was definitely, we only needed 15 from him, and he was looking good. And he did get stat corrected on one of his rebounds, unfortunately, but nonetheless, he still wouldn't have hit it. So, tough game. Kevon Looney did a great job of locking up Sabonis, especially towards the second half and even towards the end of the game. He played really good defense on a guy like Sabonis and forced Sabonis into some terrible shots. The volume was there. If you guys look at his shot attempts, he shot the ball a million times last game, but unfortunately none of them went down. So, we ended up losing that one as well. Then we did end up adding a play as well, and this one didn't work out either. We had Mitchell Robinson over 10.5 rebounds versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. I honestly thought this was going to be a good bet, but at the same time, it was really weird. Coach Tibbs didn't end up running his starters the full rotation like he normally does. It was really weird. Tibbs is one of those coaches that he's going to play his starters and he's going to play them pretty much into the ground. He didn't do that this game. And not only did he not do that, Isaiah Hartenstein ended up getting more minutes than Mitchell Robinson, even though Mitchell Robinson really wasn't in foul trouble. So that one ended up not working out for us either. He finishes with just 8, I think it was, so he wasn't even really that close. But just a bad read. I shouldn't have added any plays, made it 1-2, just losing a little bit of juice on the day. But unfortunately, I decided to get greedy. I liked the spot, and I ended up adding it. It is what it is. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive into today's plays. So as of right now, we do have 3 plays. Now, I will be looking to add one in the Minnesota and the Denver game, so if you guys are interested in what I do like for that game, make sure you guys do check out the pinned comment section whenever I do end up finding one, and also check out my Twitter. I post my plays every single day on there, and I also go ahead and post any added plays that I have as well, so make sure you guys do check out both those spots. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive into our first official play of the day. We're taking Giannis over 11.5 rebounds here versus Miami at minus 130 odds. Now, I know this is a spot where, honestly, I'm just kind of looking at the Bam situation where we took Bam's under in rebounds versus the Chicago Bulls, and I know that, Vucevic is a much different center than what a guy like Brook Lopez is going to be, but I love the spot here for Giannis because we saw that 2 great defensive teams when Chicago ended up playing and the Miami Heat, there was plenty of rebounds to go around, and I think that we see a similar situation here once again. And Giannis, in the playoffs, he's absolutely feasted. He's averaged in last year's playoffs 14.2 rebounds per game last year in the playoffs, and he ended up going over in 18 of his last 21 home playoff games. Hey, that is a really good track record if you ask me. He's been very good at home, and especially in the playoffs. So I think this is a great spot overall to get Giannis, especially at 11.5 rebounds. I love the spot here. And Miami also has played a lot of games this week. There's no doubt about it. They ended up playing 2 play-in games, and now they are going to be playing their first game of the actual playoffs themselves versus one of the best teams in all of basketball. So with that being said, I think that this is a very tough spot here for the Miami Heat. I think that they are going to look a little bit tired, look a little bit drained. I think the Giannis crushes this line. I think he gets 14 or 15 truly. So I really do love the spot here for our first official play of the day. Giannis over 11.5 rebounds here versus Miami at minus 130 odds. Now for our second official play of the day, I know this is going to be a familiar face here. We're taking Dillon Brooks under 13.5 points here versus the Lakers at minus 125 odds. Now, I love this spot here because everybody, when it comes to scoring the ball for Memphis, is healthy. They have Ja back. They have Desmond Bane back. They have Jaren Jackson Jr. back. That big three is going to be the one scoring the ball. I do not think it's going to be a guy like Dillon Brooks. And Dillon Brooks versus the Lakers, he's going to have a very big defensive matchup. He's more than likely going to be guarding a guy like LeBron, and so he is going to try to make LeBron's life tough, and it may take away some of these shot attempts on the offensive side of things as well. But not to mention, he's struggled versus the Lakers. He's only hit this over twice in his 15 career matchups versus the Los Angeles Lakers. I just don't see him getting to that 14 mark. I think this line is just a little bit too high. And he also does average 3.2 fewer points per game at home than he does on the road. For whatever reason, Dillon Brooks just loves to show out on the road. Well, they're going to be in Memphis today, and so that's why we're fading him. Not to mention, the Lakers have actually they've started to turn things around on defense. They've actually been a pretty good defense over the last 30 games or so. And with that being said, they allowed the 7th fewest points per game to that small forward position in the last 30 games. They've been tremendous to that position, and I don't expect anything to change. And in the last 3 games, they've really done a good job of locking up. They've only allowed 108.7 points per game in their last 3 games, as opposed to the 116.4 on the season. So you're talking about 8 fewer points per game for a Lakers team that has heavily improved. I think this is a spot that Dillon Brooks struggles. So that is going to be our second official play of the day. Dillon Brooks under 13.5 points here versus the Lakers at minus 125 odds. Now, for our third and final play of the day, we are taking Kawhi Leonard over 38.5 PRAs here versus the Suns at minus 130 odds. Now, I can't lie to you guys. This is just because there is not going to be any Paul George here. They're going to need somebody to step up. I fully expect Kawhi Leonard to get 30-plus minutes. I fully expect Kawhi Leonard to get 35-plus minutes. There's no doubt about it. I would not be shocked if he even played close to 40 minutes, and maybe even more than that. I would not be shocked because they are going to need a guy like Kawhi Leonard to be playing out there. And he has been a very good playoff performer in his career. He's hit the over in 8 out of his last 11 playoff games, and I don't really expect anything to slow down. And he did play Phoenix just about a week ago. I know that the standards were a little bit different. The Suns were kind of resting some players, so I completely understand that part. But with Kawhi being out there, he did end up having 46 PRAs a week ago versus the Phoenix Suns. Might be a little bit of a familiar territory to him, and who knows, that may help him out in the long run. So I really do love the spot here. They're going to need Kawhi to do a lot, and I think that he's going to be able to pull through. So that is going to be our third and final play of the day. Kawhi Leonard over 38.5 PRAs here versus the Suns at minus 130 odds. So that is going to do it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys do like, comment, subscribe, turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. Like I said, we are still currently on the road to 13,000 subscribers. So if you guys are new, make sure that you guys are subbed. But that's going to do it for me. This is King Center signing out. Peace.